Okay, here's what I need you guys to do to finish up this 412 range of motion lesson. So first of all, you're going to want to find your lesson or your student response sheet from yesterday. It should be either on your desktop or in your downloads somewhere, or if you lost it, you can borrow mine. I'll put this on Classroom Google for you. But yesterday we filled in some notes about movement. Then we matched all these pictures with their correct rotation. Then we added the 3 rows because we need to fill in the shoulder, ankle, and hip rotations that are missing. So we're going to start today on number 7. You guys are going to work with your teams again. You're going to get your ganometers. They're over on the blue shelf where you turn in papers at. You're going to be working in teams of, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But you're going to be measuring your each other, but you're going to be recording your own data for the 3. So you guys are going to pick any of these 3, A through H. Okay, you're going to decide which 3 you want to do as a team. Then you're going to measure them, but you're only going to record your data. So let's say you pick A. You're going to record your range of motion for A for you, and then your next team member will go, and they'll record their own measurement, and so on to get everyone measured for 3 of these. Just some things that you should know when you're measuring is, number 1, don't do something that you have an issue with. If you have a bad shoulder, don't over rotate it or anything like that. Be safe. But you're going to stabilize your joint. You want to first do a passive movement, which means that you kind of just demonstrate it, and then you want to do the active movement, which is where you measure. And your range of motion is always recorded in a range from 0 degrees, which is neutral, to whatever the endpoint value is. And I have a chart that I'll put on Classroom Google as well. Looks like this, that this is normal range of motion. So I'll put that on Google Classroom for you as well, so you can kind of see your motion compared to everyone else in the world. So you're going to measure those 3 things, record your data in your own chart right here. And then you're also going to have to figure out which type of joint is responsible for that motion. So it says to go back to 411 and review the joints. So there are things like pivot, ball and socket, saddle, ellipsoidal, hinge, and plane. So you're just going to figure out which one those are, and you're going to add that to over here. So you just put your range of motion plus your joint responsible. So there should be 3 things written in these for at least 3 of them. Then after you've done that then you're going to figure out how you're going to take pictures of the missing 3 actions. So I want you to photograph it, and then you guys are going to come down here and you're going to insert your pictures in the corresponding spots, and again you're going to measure for those and record the joints. Okay, so you do that for each of them. So a little hint when you're putting pictures in, get them on your desktop, that Word document back, and then drag and drop them where they go. If they have trouble going in there automatically, you can always click on the picture and choose wrap text. Make sure it's inline square the text that goes in there, but that should be it. So finish this up in class. Again, you'll be adding pictures here and at least measuring for these. These are the 3 that are missing. And then for these ones that are above, that were already there, you need to pick 3 as a team, measure, and record the joints responsible for the movement. When you get all of it filled in, I want you to turn it in on this assignment, and then you'll be done for the day. Then we're moving on Wednesday.